Okay, so Session redeemed a game review. So he gets to skip the queue. I'm assuming this is 5Q. Yep. Sorry I'm wording it so harshly. I just really don't have a good way with words, and I really apologize. I never mean to offend anyone or anything or be strongly spoken. I'm just trying to clearly articulate my ideas and meanings, and sometimes it comes out robotic and harsh, and I really hope no one takes it that way. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to help everyone get stronger and get better at the game. Okay, awesome. Yeah. This was a nice catch, though. But this is very clever, but there was some easy counters to it, like this one, this one. I was even looking at Tsuji's here to see if I can clamp. It's like, oh, you're gonna stop me, then I push you this way. I was looking at maybe I could squeeze something here, or maybe like you fix and I go here. I was looking at so many things here. So it's cleverness requires reading. And thank you for the follow, everyone. Sorry, I haven't been actually acknowledging that. Thank you for the follow, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if you have any questions. Advertise my crap. The sub button down below is a great way to support the stream. If we reach 30 subs, then we will do a private lesson giveaway, or a lesson giveaway, I guess. And then we'll do that on. We can maybe do that on stream in the future when we schedule it. And the goal today is to reach 1 sub. And check out Patreon at patreon.com/Clossi. We are actually just $18 away from my first milestone, my 6-month milestone, my first half-year milestone. $500 a month for teaching full-time. So if you guys want to support what I do, check out the patreon.com/Clossi, and that will actually push us to the new series of playing the class approach at every level. Yeah, the first milestone is 6 months, 500. The second milestone is 9 months at 750. Third is 12 months at 1,000. And the next one after that is 1,600 after 2 years. So 1,624 months is kind of my 2-year goal. So that's the milestones. It's like every 250, I guess, should be milestones. But this is like the first one is 6 months for 500. It's like, okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. As long as it keeps growing. It's got to grow over the next 2 years. Or the next 1.5 years, I guess. But we're almost there. We're almost at the first milestone. Okay, so we're reviewing for white. And I'm assuming this is 5Q, not 5 Dawn. Is that correct? Fox game. Oh, it is a 5 Dawn. Was Comey 375? Or is that just a glitch? It's Chinese rules. Glitch, okay. You know that I'm only a 5 Dawn on Fox, right? I'm not strong enough to review your game. I, like, legitimately, you probably know more about some things than I do. So, you know, like, I can't really give you that much advice, right? I'm just a 5 Dawn Fox. I'm not that strong. I can't review 5 Dawn. So I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want from me reviewing the game. Just be like, oh, that's cool. I didn't think of that. I don't know. Some basics will be cool to hear. All right, I'll do my best. Just know, like, I'm also 5 Dawn. Like, you're as strong as me. You could review this game as well as I can. So I always feel weird about reviewing games about people that are like my level, because I'm like, what do you want from me? You're supposed to be beating me. You're supposed to be getting stronger than me. You need someone stronger than me to review. I usually prefer Knight's moves. Simply because I don't like leaving the 3/3 open after I invest the second stone. So personally, I don't play this shape. I mean, obviously it's a shape, but I don't play it. This is possible, yeah. So, oh, wait. You're white. Wait. Let me reverse. Hold on. Let me back up. I really want a base. I hate leaving weak groups. I hate leaving weakness anywhere. Because weakness, like at 4-dan, 4-dan, 5-dan, it's all about learning how to take advantage of weakness to get to 7-dan. Like at this level, we all pretty much know some basics, right? You're either really good at attacking or you're really good at basics. Those are the two things. To get to 7-dan, you need both, is what I've been told. So, I really want like a base somewhere, somehow. I really want some sort of settling move. This is definitely a big move and definitely a good move. But if they get to immediately attack you, it just seems like a good exchange for black. And so now going in. This one... Because there's a stone right here, we have to acknowledge like this weakness and the surrounding weakness. It's hard to say that this group's perfectly okay. So it feels like we're getting weak group next to weakness. If I wanted to play on the left, this should be easier. But this corner is very large. But that's because we let black get this in Sente. I'm attempting to give commentary on a 5-dan game. I don't expect it to go well. This feels like black's going to have an advantageous fight. So this doesn't feel right for me. Okay, so I definitely like the idea of playing in this area. So the question is this exchange good or bad for you? Maybe it's good for you. But what else would black play? So black should have surrounded you, I guess? Yeah. Yeah, so black should have surrounded. So maybe this is just too soft. Because if this is ignorable, this isn't a good attack. So maybe this one was just too soft. Okay, I'm really not liking black's attacks. It feels like white's getting away with a lot of stuff. Like, white's just getting to do whatever white wants. And black is just not attacking very strongly. Yeah. Black feels like a builder, but you're supposed to attack with influence. You have the area of control here. You got to be able to attack. At 5-dan, you can't not attack. This is starting to feel really good for white. Because now white's controlling the top quarter of the board. Because, yeah, white's weak, but black's also not alive yet. And now this section doesn't look that big because there's so much Aji to reduce. Yeah, it feels like white's winning now. Yeah, I can do this. Yeah, forcing black to settle uncomfortably. Making a big move. Yeah, I like this combination. Are we not going to pressure? This should be easy pressure, right? We're not technically alive yet. So any forcing moves we can get here to support this weak group for free is free profit. Because locally, Black still has some forcing moves. So Black can still get control of this area. You're afraid to lose Sente. You're going to have to lose Sente at some point, right? This is actually a good attack. Black could counter and make both sides weak, and then you could offer a trade and say you want to kill me for killing you. Like, you can make it very complicated and very scary for Black, but if Black has weakness and you have weakness, it's a lot easier to handle your weakness. You have a lot more options. But if you do nothing, then you're the only one with weakness. So then Black has control. You have to say that Black probably will get control of this area. So I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the Tanuki. It just feels like there's two unsettled areas that I would like to play more moves in first. Yeah, that one's... Yeah, unsettling white while settling yourself seems very nice. Okay, good double Tanuki, I guess, because it follows through with your plan. Because anything local is going to be good for Black. So maybe a second Tanuki cancels out the profit he got locally. Since you ignore him and he ignored you. Kind of cancels out almost. I still think you could have had a lot more advantage in the top side. But we'll see how this goes. Yeah, this is getting really dangerous for you. You have so much weakness on the board. So, is yours worth Black's? I want to say this is good for Black. I want to say this is good for Black. You're a lot weaker than Black is. Why not just connect? Does this not just work? It's slightly slow, but like you had two weak groups, and all he got was this. Maybe he gets one more peep to control this area, so I'm gonna shoulder hit. But you were already at a disadvantage, so that if you can minimize how much Black gets, and you also got Black's corner. So 10, 20, 25, 30... 35, 40 with Comey, maybe? I'm just guesstimating. 10... let's say 20 on the left. 30, maybe 35. It seems very playable for you. One thing that you do that I'm not a huge fan of... Oh, if this is Sente, then this is definitely okay. Wait, well, is it though? Because what if I just try to cut you first? And then live. Just make sure you can't connect and then I live. I mean, that might be a little bit more dangerous. Like, I think there's opportunities for me to do something. You love Tanuki weak groups, don't you? The thing is, Black can't attack for crap this game. Black is not attacking white at all, or very well at all, this game. So I think this this player's big weakness is that he doesn't know how to attack. Just surround. This is a shape point locally, right? This is a shape point locally. I'm thinking about just going here to force him up. Because if he runs, I get profit. If he runs, heck, I get profit. I don't care where. If I unsettle, then I can get profit. Unsettle first, then surround. But if we surround and he resists, do we really get profit? I mean, this is definitely nice. Okay. Black has to do something. This went very poorly for black. The shape here, like, it looked like it was going good for black, and then it just didn't, right? So, white is much better at fighting than black. White is much better at fighting than black. But what I don't like about white's game is that white leaves weak groups and weaknesses all over the place. So, I feel like these guys are just, like, these two players are the embodiment of what I have been saying as the two different types of 5-dons. One's really good at fighting, the other one's really good at basics, like making points and making positions and stuff like that, but they're not very good at fighting. And on the other flip side, white hasn't been making a lot of positions, but white's been winning every single fight. And white leaves weak groups everywhere to make up for the fact that he can't make positions quickly. But he's really good at fighting, which cancels out all the problems. So of course it works out. If you never get punished, then why would you not leave weak groups? It's more profit. It's more moves that you can make territory. So I think this is kind of showing the two sides of the 5-don coin. Black needs to be better at attacking, and white needs to not leave weakness so much, and also make territory. Like, if white can make territory while not leaving weakness so much, I mean, if they could do that, then they'd both be 7-done, right? They could combine if they could do the fusion, they'd be 7-done. That left group. That left group. I guess you can't kill it. Yep, and black is going to get control of this area. And now what I want to happen, what I expect to happen, is black's going to get this influence in Sente, and then use this to deal with the right side in a profitable way. That's what should happen. If white dies, great, but you can't rely on that. Of course, go here. This is bamboo joints. Thank you for the follow. IRG. Welcome to stream. Let me know if you have any questions. Of course, go here. Anti-triangle is bad shape. Be consistent. Yeah. And then as soon as you lose Sente, at any point that your follow-ups are not Sente, just go play on the right side. Is white going to try to just make the points? Then that's a nice exchange. So white going to resist, then white loses maybe the left side. And then white, the thickness is canceled out by these stones. Do you want to just use it to invade? Just invade. I don't care, just use it. Take control of the section of the board. White's gonna live in Sente, is he? Are you gonna counterattack? Is that what's gonna happen here? Yeah, this is what I mean. White's living in Sente. Yeah, but I'm trying to show what I think should happen to punish white, and then I'm talking about what actually happens. And I'm watching white just outfight black again. I think having these two weak groups was not good. And what should happen is black's supposed to punish, but then black doesn't, and it's like, oh, well, then white just outfights him. So I don't really have comments on white's fighting, because white's fighting is really good. I just have comments of white leaving multiple weak groups on the board. Yeah, it's just... I don't see white losing this game. Even though, like, I don't like white leaving weakness everywhere, I just don't see white losing the fights. So I don't know how black's gonna win. It's so close to sacrificing. Yeah, yeah, I'd resist here too. There's no way you're just gonna connect there, right? Like, these two stones might die. There's no way you're just gonna simply connect. It's way too easy. Oh my gosh, black's just getting tore apart. I can't do anything. Isn't this big? These stones are really big. But so are these. Huh. Go figure. Actually. You can connect that. Time trouble? Gotcha. This just doesn't work. This can't work. This doesn't work, right? Yeah. It's too easy. Big blunder here. If you can't kill these, it's a big blunder. No. Black has to kill this. Can you do this? Do you have time for this move? No. No. Oh my gosh. How did that work? How did that live? There's no way that can live. Can you just take the liberties? Can't you just take the liberties? Yeah, so you can't go this way. Just double checking this one. Can't do that because two liberties up. So you can't turn. So you have to cut. Yeah, it's just liberties. Just count the liberties. There's no way that can live. Oh man, such a chicken move. Even if you weren't gonna lose the capturing race, you still have to play it and play out the co. You can't afford that. That's way too many points. Oh man, the fighting. So, my comments are likely going to be, white leaves weak groups way too much. But, white's also really good at fighting, so it's really hard to punish those weak groups. Alright, so, even though white's biggest problem is not defending, white is really, really, really good at defending a move later. Like, really good at living, I should say. Really good at not dying. White is really, really good at not dying. But I feel like you never take the time to just prevent the fight in the first place. Because I feel like there's many chances for black to take profit. So let's assume you lived, whatever, right? For somehow. Yeah, let's assume. Even this thickness right here, if I can use that somehow, and make profit, it makes up. It makes your whole entire dragon look really bad. G9. I'm trying to make a point. Like, there's still a connection right here. There's connections right here. And definitely the points aren't good, but if we assume that white just lives and black makes profit, it's bad for white. Locally. Right? So you have to think, is the Tanuki really worth letting your opponent get, like, control of the rest of the board? Or is the Tanuki really worth letting your opponent get free stuff and another big move? So you have to think, is this fight, is letting my opponent attack me really worth 10 points? Or is it really worth whatever you got? I mean, if you're not getting something super urgent, is it really worth getting attacked so harshly and severely? The problem is your opponents aren't profiting very well. But if you face the 7 Don, which is like the next goal, right? Is get from 5 Don to 7 Don. I feel like you would get destroyed. And that's not, like, it's not saying that I can punish you, right? It's, like, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying what I expect to happen is not happening. Your opponent's not taking advantage of you having 2 weak groups on the board. Your opponent is not getting profit from these attacks. So it feels like you should be getting punished harder, but you're really good at not dying, at preventing profit, and then not dying. So you have a really strong part of your game. You're that fighter side of the 5 Don coin. You're really good at fighting, but you really lack defense, like preventing. And in addition to that, even if you added that on, even if you added on defense, I guarantee you would likely be behind in points if you did that. Because you're always looking to get further in the game and then not die. But if you don't have those extra moves for points to make up your opponent's points, and you have to spend those moves defending, are the rest of your moves going to be making enough points to keep up with your opponent's points if you don't have those extra ones? And I want to say that theoretically, you're probably not making points fast enough. You're probably not attacking for profit. I mean, you're definitely attacking, and you're definitely getting stuff. So I can't say for sure. Maybe you can attack for profit. Maybe you can make profit just fine. But one thing, basic-wise, like, you're still as strong as me, so take it with a grain of salt. But one of the basics that I really think you're lacking is defense. You're not spending the time to make your group alive, or make your group not attackable. You're not playing defense. You're skipping a step of defense and then defending. And you're really good at it. It's just, I really think that's a basic you're missing. Now, there's a possibility that if you fix that, another problem will arise where you don't have enough points. I don't know. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, right? There's that possibility. But that is the idea or feeling I get from this game.